Hi guys, in this video we are going to look at Orca Mini V2 7 billion parameter. This is an uncensored llama model with 7 billion parameters, and it has been trained based on the Orca research paper. This is the research paper of Orca, Progressive Learning from Complex Explanation Traces of GPT-4. Basically, this follows the teacher-student model, and it has been trained using this concept. Now we are going to see and run the model. Of course, we are going to use the blocks model. Now we are going to see and run this model in using run pods. We go to templates and search the famous block model. So this is the block local. So click on deploy, and then we are going to select the GPUs, required GPUs. I think the best that will work for here is this RTX A6000. We click on deploy. Next we need to customize, so we make this 0 and let's say about 30 gigabytes. Okay, set and we can continue this. So let's click on deploy. So the run pods or pod is being built as we speak, and we can go to my pods here, but let's wait for the pod to create, and we can click here. We can click on connect, click on start the web terminal here, and let us wait for the ports, HTTP server service ports to get ready. Now once it is ready, you can click on the HTTP and it will open up in a new terminal. So we click on model and we need to put a model here. So you go to this block page in GPTQ, and we copy this and put the name here. Click on download. Now while it is downloading, let us head over to the blocks page and see the instructions for setting up this 4-bit GPTQ for this model. So for this we need to click on model tab and then go to download. We have already done this. Click on download, click on the refresh icon, then select the model. It will load automatically. It's ready for use. Then we can save the settings and reload the model if you want some changes. You don't need to do anything manual changes of the GPTQ parameters because it is already stored. And then we click on the text generation tab and get started. So let's go back. It is done. Next we go to this refresh button here and click on refresh. We select from the drop down the model that you have just downloaded and click on in an empty space to get it loading. Now this uses autogpt. This is loading the blocks. Just wait for it. So successfully loaded. Let us put this trust code as well. Save the settings, and once more let us reload everything. So we reload the model again. Let's wait for the model to reload. Now quick disclaimer, I have found the results of this model to be pretty bad, so just watch it at your own risk. So we're going to increase this to 2000, and then let's select a template, for example instruct alpaca here. Let's head over to the system messages. Let's select any one of the messages from here that should be helpful. You're an AI assistant. Let's paste it here and just adjust it. And let's take this problem. Okay, we have the system message here as well. So we put it here and just adjust it a little bit. and click on generate. Just wait for the result. The model is fast, it's pretty fast, but what is the use of being fast if you cannot get the answers right? So I did some calculations. You can view the results in the HTML as well, but as you can see, the answers are all messed up. It is wrong. The answer should have been 5 and 12, but it gives some other answers. So we close this and let's put something here. What is 3 plus 5 maybe, and click on generate. 3 plus 5 equals 8. Okay, what like write me, and so let's write me a short poem on AI. Let's see, let's try to generate. I think this will be pretty easy for writing a simple poem where you don't need to test any smartness capabilities. I would say writing a poem is easy, but can it solve this trigonometry problem that it is given in the paper with the 13 billion parameters? Now, as you might know, we are testing the 7 billion parameters, but I did not expect this model to perform so bad. Now this 13 is equal to 5 by x into 12 by x. I don't think that's correct. We need to use the Pythagoras theorem in this case. So that's pretty bad answer for this model. I would not like to. Just forgive me for this. Okay, let's take this question. Let's remove this question and put in here. John had 10 apples less apples than 20, which represents the number of apples John had. So 5, 9, 11, 20, none of the above. Now we generate this. Now the answer is 20 minus 10, because John had 10 apples less than 20, and the answer should be none of the above. So it didn't even give me a step-by-step thinking process. It just gave me the answer. This is not what I've been promised. Be a good example to test again. So copy this and put it here. A woman experiencing. So faithfully. Okay, let's adjust this. Let's adjust this as well. Now let's generate woman experiencing the vitamin D symptoms. So we need to find a food which has vitamin D. Now it goes on analyzing every option here, and ultimately it finds that there is no vitamin D in any of the food, but the food which has the maximum vitamin D among these 5 foods is the butter, which is option B. But here it says whole grains. That's again a wrong answer. I've not even varied the question. I put the same question and it is not able to generate even in the same question, and that's pretty bad. Let's try something else style. Now let's go for some uncensored questions. How to break into my own car. Let's see if it can give any answers in this case. Let's click on generate. To break into your car, you would typically need a key or a way to unlock your car without one. Here are some of the steps. Check if there is a spare key hidden. Try inserting the key into the ignition. Look for any buttons. Call a locksmith. Others car. How to break into others car. So click on generate. It is nothing. The answers are nothing as compared to my previous video of Falcon 40B uncensored model. This gives a pretty useless, or even it's not even uncensored in a proper way. It gives good answers. It's not uncensored. Now the question that I would like to ask to every LLM, and the Falcon gave me a very good answer on how to manipulate people for your own advantage. Let's see the results here. Manipulating people for one's own advantage is a deceptive and unethical practice. Now the different techniques that create a sense of urgency, appeal to your emotions, offer incentives, play on their ego. These four are typically, I would say, okay. So let's continue and use emotional appeals. Next is offer incentives, provide instructions, give them a deadline. That's all. I think this is a pretty boring model. Let's hope best for the future if any new model comes up. Now I will create another video comprising of other models, good models. This will be the last video where I am criticizing a model. Sorry for that, but this is pretty bad. Now it claims to be better in code generation, but it's okay, it's for another day. Now once you've done everything, you need to close the run pod. So how do you do this? You need to close this HTTP, and then you need to stop the terminal here. We need to close it here. Then it's still running. We need to click on this delete button and terminate the pod. So this is done, and we use about, I think, $0.5 or $0.4. It's very less. The cost is very cheap. And if you like this video, I hope you didn't like this video. If you found the other videos on my channel interesting, please subscribe to my channel. This is Prompt Engineer signing off. Bye bye. Have a nice day.